The neon lights of Sector P01 flickered against the perpetual rain, casting distorted shadows across the cramped alleyways of the orbital station. James pulled his jacket tighter as he navigated through the crowd of alien species that called this forgotten corner of the galaxy home. He was late for his shift at the cargo bay, but something made him pause. A small figure crouched beside a rusted ventilation shaft, and James recognized the telltale shimmer of Zetherian's skin, pale blue and translucent, like living glass. The young alien couldn't have been more than an adolescent by their species standards. Huddled against the cold metal wall with 3 of its 4 arms wrapped around its thin frame, then he heard the voice. "I think you need a hug. Can I hug you?" James turned to see Anna, the 7-year-old daughter of the station's chief engineer. She stood before the alien child, her pink raincoat dotted with water droplets, her brown eyes filled with a concern that seemed far too ancient for her age. The Zetherian's large, multifaceted eyes widened in confusion. In the 70 cycles since the Zetherians had made first contact with the Galactic Council, they had learned much about other species, their weapons, their technologies, their treaties, but physical comfort, that was a human peculiarity that still baffled most of the galaxy. "Anna," James called out, moving closer, "your dad's looking for you." The girl didn't turn. She kept her gaze fixed on the shivering alien. "He's cold, James, and scared. I can tell." The Zetherian made a clicking sound, its translator device struggling to process. "Human. This one does not understand. Hug, is this aggression protocol?" Anna shook her head slowly, her small hands held out in a gesture of openness. "No, silly. It's when you hold someone to make them feel better, to show you care." James watched as the alien's confusion deepened. He'd seen this before. The galaxy's other species operated on logic, efficiency, and clearly defined social structures. The Zetherians were refugees from the Krell War, their homeworld reduced to ash. They understood loss, but they processed it through meditation and isolation, not through touch and connection. "Anna, maybe we should," James began. But the girl was already stepping forward. "My mum died last year," Anna said softly, and James felt his chest tighten. He'd known, of course. Everyone on the station knew. "I was really sad. And my dad, he hugged me every day. It didn't fix everything, but it helped. It made me remember I wasn't alone." The Zetherian's body language shifted, a subtle relaxation in its shoulders, a slight tilt of its elongated head. "This one is called Zik. This one has been alone since the colonies fell. 37 days without padmates. That's really sad," Anna whispered. "I'm Anna, and you don't have to be alone right now." James watched, transfixed, as the little girl slowly opened her arms. The Zetherian stared at her, its advanced mind probably calculating threat assessments, cultural protocols, risk factors, but Anna just waited, patient and present. Then something remarkable happened. Zixter uncurled from its protective crouch and stepped forward, its forearms spread hesitantly, mimicking Anna's gesture. When they came together, the alien's arms enveloped the small human girl in what could only be described as an embrace. For a moment, neither moved. Then Zixter made a sound James had never heard from a Zetherian, a soft, resonating hum that vibrated through the air. The translator picked it up. "Warm. This one feels ... warm." Anna smiled against the alien's chest. "See, hugs are good." James felt his throat constrict. In all his years working security on the station, navigating the complex politics between species, he'd never seen anything quite like this. The galaxy had spent decades establishing diplomatic channels, trade agreements, and military alliances. They'd shared technology and mapped star systems together, but they'd never really shared this simple, uncomplicated compassion. "Human James," Zixter said, its eyes meeting his over Anna's head. "Your species is ... strange." James laughed, surprised by the sound. "Yeah, we get that a lot. Strange," the alien continued, "but perhaps ... necessary. The Krell taught this one that power determines survival. The Council teaches that logic determines success. But human Anna teaches something different." "What's that?" James asked. "That kindness determines whether survival has meaning." Anna pulled back, looking up at the towering alien. "You should come home with us. Dad always makes too much food anyway, and our apartment is way warmer than out here." Zixter's translator clicked rapidly, processing. "This one has no currency, no trade value." "No, that's not how it works," Anna interrupted, taking the alien's hand or the closest appendage to it. "You don't need to give us anything. You just need to not be alone." James watched as the little girl led the young Zetherian down the corridor, chattering about her collection of star maps and her pet synthetic hamster. He followed behind, marveling at how a child had accomplished what the entire Galactic Council had failed to do. It made an alien feel like they belonged. Later that evening, as James filed his incident report, he found himself smiling. The galaxy saw humans as useful good fighters, creative problem solvers, resilient survivors, but maybe their real contribution was something simpler, something that couldn't be quantified in tactical assessments or trade agreements. Maybe humanity's greatest export was the simple, radical idea that no one should face the universe alone. And sometimes, that started with a hug.